They're starting with the Barabos. Lodi Tugari trying to get inside. Lost it in midair. Kasama po ni Lodi at the Leos. Sina Junti Valenzuela, Rico Villanueva at si Solino Cruz. Para naman sa Purefoods, Roger Yap. Sa punagdadala ng bola ngayon, Ray Evangelista, James Yap, Richard Yee, and Kirby Raimundo.
Iba itong starting lineup ng Red Bull. 4 new starters from the last game of Red Bull, and that's very typical of Coach Yeng Giao. Palagi nang binabago ang kanyang starting lineup to keep the opponent guessing and also to give his players a chance to show their wares as starters. The only starter retained from last game was Enrico Villanueva. Incidentally, yung sinabi natin kanina about Richard Yee going up against Enrico Villanueva, yan nga matchup at the center slot.
Enrico Villanueva just missed his shot inside. Ray Evangelista nakakuha ng rebound. At ano ito ngayon si James Yap. Binigay kay Richard Yee. Richard Yee gets away. Pinigutan si Enrico Villanueva. Ni Richard Yee. Yan naman ang specialty nito si Richard Yee.
And Villanueva has to be aware of that. Mabilis at sleep operator ito si Richard Yee, and he makes a living out of scoring layups.
Just
He likes to attack from the outside.
Shoot to Valenzuela. Tapos kay Roger Yap. Nakatingin kay Leo La Horda. There's the pick and roll. And shoot to Valenzuela gets it back. Biglang tinira. Dahil alam niya, 2 seconds na lang na natin tira sa kanilang shot clock. Smart decision there by Junti Valenzuela.
Pati itong depensa pinapakita ni Solino Cruz, ha?
Oo,
Almost a
kanina pa
steal
yan.
now. And you can see that Roger Yap, talagang hirap na hirap siya.
More than 10 seconds yun, ha?
Oo.
Yun, Huwag pong maagawan, but there's the reverse layup. Hindi tumama. Rico Villanueva going high up to the rebound. Gets it over to Junti Valenzuela. The bounce pass. Leo La Horda. James Yap to the rebound.
Had to change his shot. Yan ang depensa ng Purefoods. So very good in transition, and they were able to stop that fast break attack.
What about the defense of Solino Cruz? Ito naman si Junti Valenzuela. Nakakita ng buwang. Right down the middle. The tip in.
Oh, yes.
Nabasok for Leo La Horda off the miss by Junti Valenzuela.
Now, Coach Ryan Gregorio must be very, very conscious. Now, Red Bull will want to run at every opportunity. Makita natin, stepping on the gas pedal, si Junti Valenzuela. Miss, but a tip in. Red Bull is #1 in fast break points. Sa liga natin, 16.5 transition points a game. But in the first meeting between these two teams, Purefoods held Red Bull to only 9 fast break points. That's a big drop from 16.5.
And a 3-point lead currently para sa Red Bull squad ni Coach Yeng Giao. Here's Richard Yee in a quick spin. Solino Cruz. Goes to Lodi Tugari for the 3-point shot. And the rebound by Kirby Raimundo. Roger Yap has certainly developed into a very formidable point guard. Para sa Purefoods Chunky Giants. And as Ray Evangelista goes up for the shot, a traveling call on him.
Well, he let go of the basketball, tapos he came down with it also after letting go. Kanya natawagan siya ng traveling violation.
9 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Leo La Horda, laban kay Kirby Raimundo. The jump shot is no good, and Raimundo comes down with another rebound. This time Roger Yap slows it down. This is James Yap. Raimundo. Umaatras laban kay Leo La Horda. Ang bilis ko naman ni Kirby. The triple by Richard Yee. Hindi pumasok ng Rico Villanueva. Brings it down para sa Red Bull. The bounce pass to Junti Valenzuela, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Junti as he banged into Ray Evangelista.
Again, mabilis nakakababa sa depensa ang Purefoods, and Red Bull not accustomed to seeing so many defenders coming back down on defense. Kaya tuloy sila natatawagan ng either poor shot selection or offensive foul. Kaya na nangyari kani-kanina lamang. That defense of Purefoods is hanging tough, especially in transition, although kulang-kulang sa offense ang Purefoods. They have only scored 2 points in this game.
And it's still a 3-point lead by Red Bull. Medyo matagal-tagal rin na wala nakaka-score dito sa magkabilang panig. And Leo La Horda trying to stick close to Kirby Raimundo, will pick up his first personal foul. As Leo La Horda being called for that foul, and he sends Kirby Raimundo to the line.
Kung feeling ni Kirby, meron siyang malaking advantage in that matchup against Nahorda. Una-una, Nahorda is a rookie. Raimundo, certainly a grizzled veteran who started his career actually with a Red Bull lineup.
That's right. Ano yung sinasabi ko yung Red Bull? As you look at Noy Castillo, who is in civilian clothes, sabi natin yung Red Bull is known now as an Ateneo team. Dati na team yan. Si Kirby Raimundo, si Willie Miller, diba?
Si Tony Chua.
Si Rudy Hines.
Tama, oo.
Si Engel. Nag-elementary yan sa lakas. Ito, Enrico Villanova. Si Angel, marami kaibigan niya sa lakas. Ito, fast break play by Purefoods. May tulak, may tulak. Sonido Cruz is going to be called for his first personal foul.
Nakikita natin dito para napapabilis ang laro ng Purefoods, no? And they're playing to the tempo of Red Bull's game. And I'm not so sure if Coach Ryan Gregorio likes that.
Ayan na naman si Kirby Raimundo working against Leo Nahorda. The fall-away jumper is no good. Lodi Tejada para sa rebound.
Masyado nagiging one-dimensional, Ed. Itong offensive ng Purefoods, they keep on going to Kirby Raimundo in that matchup.
Well,
against Nahorda.
It was successful a couple of times. Ito naman si Juti Valenzuela getting inside and scoring there. And again, Red Bull leads by 3. Paul Artadi, pumasok na para sa Purefoods. And we have a report from Patricia on Purefoods. Patricia?
Yes, ikapang meeting tayo ako sa loob ng locker room ng Purefoods kanina, and he shared with me that Coach Ryan wants his men to contain Enrico Villanueva because of the past 4 games he has averaged 20 points per game. They must stop Red Bull's transition also and work doubly hard on rebounds, and those are the key things to work into tonight. Now, I had a chance to ask Coach Ryan if his main driving force tonight was getting that semi-C. He simply smiled and said he's just focused on winning tonight and he's not letting that semi's ticket distract him. Back to you, Ed and Kenito.
That's a good thing to do. Mahirap naman yung masyado ka maraming iniisip, ano ha? And, well, they will have several opportunities to get that win.
You don't want to put too much pressure on your players. At pagkatapos ng game na to, Purefoods still has Stock and Tex and Santa Lucia.
Yes.
And all they need is just one win to get that magic number 11 wins to ensure them at that semifinal berth.
Samantala, lumoto na po sa 5 puntos ang kalamangan ng Red Bull Barako on those 3 throws. It is now 9-4. 5-point lead para sa Red Bull Barako at 9-4. Dahil sa Purefoods ngayon ng bola. Paul Artadi, nabitawan ng bola. Nabitawan din ni Leo Nahorda.
Pesky defender ito si Celino Cruz. He did sit out 5 straight games for Red Bull. And he was activated in the last game of Red Bull. Kung saan kinalo na yung talking text, Celino Cruz at 9 points.
Ayan na, si James Up with the TM twist. Mula sa pinalakas na TM, power to the people.
And now Purefoods finally go to other gunners instead of just Kirby Raimundo. Raimundo 0 out of 3. And before that shot attempt ni James Yap, Raimundo had 3 out of the 7 attempts from the field by Purefoods.
At nakakawalong puntos naman ito si Eugene Valenzuela. Baka sabi nung mga baka naman puro si Lordy Tejada tinitignan ninyo. Si Eugene Valenzuela, nauna pa sumikat niya dito sa PBA.
Sabay-sabay siya actually.
Napumasok. Pero una nagpakita niya si Eugene Valenzuela. And the lead is 4 para sa Red Bull. Mike Pringles now up against Rico Villanueva sa double team. Paul Artadi, nilawas ni Ray Evangelista. Evangelista sumaksak and he rams into Leo Nahorda at tit for tat.
That's tough defense by Red Bull, a team that's more known for its offense. Pero tama yung sinabi ni Patricia kanina, no? That Red Bull is really concentrating on its defense and making life difficult for Purefoods to score. Ito, 2 out of 8 so far from the floor by the Chunky Giants. So that's testament to the tough defense na nilalaro ngayon ng Red Bull.
At ito naman ang agaw ni Paula Pani, the easy 2 to cut the lead of Red Bull down to 2. Saka pala si Ray Evangelista, no, in that last foul, that last play, committed his third personal foul. Napakaaga niyan. At siguro nandiyan si Eugene Tejada, baka siya papalitan. Junti Valenzuela, top of the key. He has 8 points, 8 of the 11 so far scored by Red Bull. Horda misses, and Pingris comes down with a rebound.
Pingris is a double-double performer. He's averaging 10 points, 10 rebounds in this conference. Well, taking the outside shot.
Well, he did score one like that nung laban nila against Air 21. Oops. There's a foul.
Well, very clearly, no? In the scheme of things, talagang bakado. Sina Villanueva at saka si Tugade, both of them have not scored in this game.
Eh, pumuputok naman si Junti Valenzuela.
Oo.
Sabi ni Junti, sige.
Yan ang versatility ng Red Bull. And Coach Yeng Giao, always making sure that hindi predictable ang kanyang opensa, no? He doesn't go to his regular gunners and he adjusts very, very well. That's why he gives a lot of his players an opportunity to shine as starters.
Kahit kailan kasi, pwede ka hugutin ni Yeng Giao and you're expected to perform to the hilt. At ganyan naman ang ginagawa nitong mga players ng Red Bull, ano ha? Para maka-Boy Scout yan. Laging handa.
Yeah, no.
James Yap has it against Lodi Tugade. Download to Kirby Raimundo against the Horda. Cross-court pass to Paul Artadi. Titira ng jump shot. Wala. Tip in by Kirby Raimundo. Malakas yung pangalawa. And Rico Villanueva comes down with a rebound. Out to Junto Valenzuela. Valenzuela against James Yap. Reverse layup will count with a foul. 10 points now for the man from Cebu, Junti Valenzuela. And gabi kaninidha. Nasugpo. Ayan na po ng inyong paisalong na si Junti Valenzuela. O kami inyong alagad. Ed Flixon po lamang kasama si Ginita Henson para sa ABC Sports. Patricia Hilson on the sidelines. And Junti Valenzuela at the free throw line. 3-point play will not materialize. And it's a 4-point lead for Red Bull. Sinesenya sa play ni Paul Artadi. Kirby Raimundo lumas against Leona Horda. Hindi makatira. Reverse by Pingris is blocked by Enrico Villanueva. And it is Junti Valenzuela. Valenzuela sumaksak na naman. Palpal ni Pingris na po ni Junti. Binigay kay na Hortinal. Kaya naman ni Pingris. Junti Valenzuela naman nakakuha ng rebound. Pero ilagay sa kanya ni Paul Artadi. Artadi to the front check. And he sets up James Yap. James Yap wants to go inside. Kicks it out to Eugene Tejada.
Ako, airball.
Layo. Lakas eh. Well, ganyan talaga eh. Pagka bagong laro ako nito, ha? Wala pang range eh.
That's right. Si Eugene Tejada is coming off a 2-game layoff. He sprained his ankle.
At ang report ni Patricia kanina eh, hindi pa rin 100% yan. Kaya lang, kailangan eh. Kaya pinaglaro siya. James Yap shakes off Lodi Tugade. Oh, goes to jumper.
Ang ganda naman nun. Nice screen there set up for James Yap. Tugade, I don't think he's going to be too offense conscious a game na to. I think his focus here is to play defense on James Yap.
That seems to be what is happening right now. Ito sa Silino Cruz. Sabi ni Tugade, pero titira pa rin ako. Titira pa rin naman ako.
Nagkaroon na switch back there. There was a switch there. It was Tejada on Tugade instead of James Yap.
And he got TM Tres mula sa pinalakas na TM. Power to the people. Paul Artadi looking around. Lumabas si James Yap against Junti Valenzuela. James Yap sinusundan pa rin ni Junti. Picked up by Selena Cruz. Taking it over to the baseline to Paul Artadi. Last touch on him. Natapik actually ni Rico Villanueva pero tumama kay Paul Artadi before going out of the baseline. Ano ito? Si Junti Valenzuela medyo gigay-ga. Trying to shake off something on his right foot. As you look at Junti here. The nice pass. Palpal naman ni Mark Pingris. Hey! Lodi Tugade coming up with another TM lift mula sa pinalakas na TM. Power to the people. And it's an 8-point lead para sa Red Bull. The biggest in the game so far.
You know, it's interesting that yung pagkasabi ko that Lodi Tugade is going to concentrate on defense on James Yap. His defensive assignment has been switched. Hindi na si James Yap ang tinatao niya rito, no? And I think that one reason is because now they wanted to put some baskets in, and he has responded with 2 triples.
Inside, Kirby Raimundo, good fake. Hey, lumabas. And Rich Alvarez natapik niya yung bola. Here comes Lodi Tugani. Hey! Tinapik. Rico Villanova, side view shot. And a James Dean.
Lodi Tugani asking for a goaltending. Could have been a goaltending there. Huh? Could have been.
I thought so too.
Okay, si Lodi Tugade. Ito yung matchup niya ngayon. No? He's going up against Roger Yap. So, a different defensive assignment for him.
Mark Pingris gets it back.
Talagang kumakayo dito si Mark Pingris.
Parati naman.
Yes.
That guy is a workhorse.
Especially underneath the boards. He is a strong leaper, and he has excellent timing to go up for those rebounds.
It's an 8-point lead for Red Bull. Inside, Cyrus Baguio goes up and misses. Loose ball picked up by Roger Yap. Roger Yap into the front court. Sinalubong ni Robinson. Kopex Robinson with the rebound. At may foul na tatawagan on Paul Arcadi.
Shooting percentage ng Purefoods dito, napakababa, no? Estimate ko dito, siguro mga in the 30s ang shooting percentage nila.
Paul Arcadi is recalled to the bench, and Coach Ryan Gregorio giving him some tips on how to shoot a jumper. 21-13, lamang ng 8 ang Red Bull over Purefoods. Enrico Villarama, binigay kay Lodi Tugade. Here's Cyrus Baguio, lamang kay Kirby Raimundo. Jumper by Baguio is good.
All guns blazing here for Red Bull.
Less than a minute to go here in the first quarter. 10 na naman ang abante ng Red Bull. Peter June Simon. Pinabas kay Kirby Raimundo. Gets Rich Alvarez out of the way, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Kirby. First personal on Raimundo.
And Rich Alvarez, one of the best defensive players in terms of getting that charging call. At nakita natin, na-anticipate niya kung saan pupunta si Kirby. And he was there ahead of the spot.
Topex Robinson. Calling the shots here para sa Red Bull. Biglang yes! Ayan ang panggulat ng Red Bull. Topex Robinson. Out of Roger Yap. And we hear the referee's whistle. Rich Alvarez is going to be called for the push.
Wala pa sa penalty ang Red Bull, so can afford. But if Purefoods wanted to play tough defense in this game, it certainly hasn't showed dito sa atong first quarter because they have given up 25 points already.
At saka karamihan dyan, mga saksak, except for the 3-point shots, of course, by Lodi Tugani. Mark Pingris goes up. Yes! And it's back to a 10-point lead here for Red Bull. 12 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Si Gamboa na pala nandyan for Kirby Raimundo. Sumaksak si Kirby, si Cyrus Baguio. Missed the shot. And the buzzer shot out of this game.
That only means one thing, that they're in excellent physical condition.
Yes.
For them to go up and down.
At paumpisa nga po itong ating second quarter ng labanan ng Red Bull at ng Purefoods Chunky Giants. At si Peter June Simona mag-i-inbound mula po rito sa harapan natin sa midcourt. Roger Yap signals the play for the Chunky Giants against Topex Robinson. Nick Canisi is in the game for the first time para sa Red Bull. James Yap from top of the key. Wala. And Rich Alvarez para sa rebound. Here's Larry Pulasher. Topex Robinson. Lob pass to Pulasher. Back to Rich Alvarez. And Pulasher at the baseline. Jump shot is no good. Rebound. Lost by June Simon to the sideline.
Marami tayong mga kaibigan wishing their mothers a happy Mother's Day. One of our friends, Levi from Vilman, sa Sanvar Plaza, also wishing happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Okay, ito ang ating first quarter field goal percentage. About Purefoods at 27%.
Ooh, difficult shot by Peter June Simon. Samantala, Rich Alvarez gets away. And on the second try, he draws the foul.
His first one on Purefoods.
25-17, 8-point lead para sa Red Bull, but two chances here para kay Rich Alvarez. Alala po ninyo, pumasok ito sa Rich Alvarez sa PBA through Shell. At nakuha po ng Red Bull nung mag-disband yung Turbo Chargers. Playing out of the Ateneo de Manila, Rich Alvarez misses the first. And Patricia, what's new with Red Bull? Patricia?
Well, Coach Yang was actually telling them to run their plays where Purefoods can't actually go into their zone defense. Pero sa side naman ng Red Bull, on defense daw, they're doing a good job, but they have to get the rebounds and they have to box out. At saka medyo nakakalimutan nila kanina si Paul Artadi nung naglalaro pa siya. Dapat balik-balikan pa rin daw si Paul Artadi maski hindi siya nag-make ng shots niya. That's it from me at courtside. Back to you, Ed.
Thank you, Pat. And, well, the ball is live. Not too long. Dahil inabot ko ng 24-second violation itong Purefoods Chunky Giants. Doon nakita natin yung depensa ng Red Bull. Ganito.
Hirap na hirap talaga ito Purefoods to execute sa kanilang offense. No? And this Red Bull team is really focused on defense. Plus, pag nakakakuha sila ng turnover, and when they dominate the defensive boards, they're running. They're going for transition baskets. And that's why their score is up already 25, maybe at 27.
Sabi nga natin, karamihan ng mga tira ng Red Bull sa loob sa ilalim. And they certainly are taking higher percentage shots. And that also shows you that there's a gaping hole in the defense of Purefoods. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Mark Bilis turns around for the jump shot, not normally his shot. And the loose ball picked up by Cyrus Baguio. Takbo na naman ang Red Bull. Oh! Sinuob ng Bilis. Dahil pala siya inside to Topex. Ay, ang laki. Ito niyo si Aaron Gamboa. Ito sobre hata ang Bilis ito. Red Bull. Saan na po yung bola? 7 seconds on the shot clock. Topex gets it over to Cyrus Baguio for the jump shot. Walang tinamaan. And Gamboa gets to the loose ball. It is a 10-point lead by Red Bull with 9 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Ito tama ang ginagawa ni Roger Yap as he signals his players to settle down. They need to be able to... another turnover.
Here comes Topex. Fast break play once again para sa Red Bull Barako. Biggest lead, 12 points para sa Red Bull.
Red Bull is number 1 in turnover points sa liga natin. 20.5 points a game.
This is a swarming defense being put up here by Red Bull. James Yap, 5 seconds na lang. Natin tira sa Purefoods. Gets Topex out of the way. Yeah! Hits the TM Chris. Mula sa pinalakas na TM. Power to the people. Saksak na naman si Baguio.
Oh, what a shot! Paloto yun. And what a shot. A difficult one coming from Cyrus Baguio.
Akala ko umalis na si Kaloy. Narito naman si Cyrus Baguio. And Larry Panahon for the rebound off the miss by James Yap. Fancy dribble. At pinagawan tuloy. Narito si James Yap. Nick Pinisi with a hat. Hirap taga. First personal on Nick Pinisi. Pupunta po sa free throw line. Itong si James Yap.
Again, napapatakbo itong Purefoods. No?
Yeah.
And they're being goaded into that running game ng Red Bull. And alam mo, mahirap sabayan ng takbuhan nito Red Bull. First of all, Red Bull has such a deep bench. At alam naman natin,
lahat nagagamit eh.
Yes, short-handed ang Purefoods. Remember, Noy Castillo not able to play. Si June Limpot also not able to play. Eugene Tejada tested his ankle kanina and he had to move out of the game after only 3 minutes.
Ayan si June.
Ayan si June. Now, Tejada, yes, he is standing by to check back in, but he only played 3 minutes in the first quarter.
And Patricia has a report this time on PBA Mundo. What's up, Patricia?
Yes, you guys were talking about Purefoods being short-handed. Well, they're gonna somehow miss the services of Kirby Raimundo, at least for the next few minutes. The doctor says he can come back in, but it really will depend. It will definitely slow him down because he strained his Achilles, his left Achilles, which was an old injury. He's not in so much pain, but like I said, it will slow him down. Back to you, Edwin Finito.
Ang dami na problema ng Purefoods. Nagtagamba. And twisting shot by Cyrus Bago. Loose ball picked up by Peter Jun Simon. And a timeout is going to be called by the Chunky Giants. At dahil nga sinabi natin, ang bilis ng pacing dito. At balik po tayo sa labanan ng Purefoods at ng Red Bull. Ito po, si Peter Jun Simon. Inagawa na naman ni Cyrus Bago. Bago, swinging to the front. Oh! Pal-pal! And double Bilis!
Grabe naman! At talagang hinahabol na Purefoods. Ito Red Bull, they do not want Red Bull to score those transition baskets. Hinahabol ni Mark Pingris. Ito, 1 block tapos 2 blocks.
Si Mark Pingris muna.
Yun! Ang block galing kay Mark Pingris. Ito, there will be another block. Iyon na naman! Galing kay Peter Jun Simon. Dalawang sunod yun, but there was a foul.
Good play, Jun Simon.
Talaga will be at the line. Grabe na pinapakita dito ng Red Bull. The way they are forcing turnovers on Purefoods.
At nabanggit natin kanina yung bagyong Kaloy, napakalakas daw doon sa Antique. Paborito mo producer ngayon, di ba? Sa San Jose de Buena Vista, in Antique. Ngayon lang nagkakuryente in time for the PBA game. Dalawang kalahating araw, wala silang kuryente. So, welcome back to our friends from San Jose de Buena Vista in Antique. John Lutilla, mayong gabi. And here's Roger Yap missing from the outside. Ito na si Cyrus Bago. Takbuhan na naman ang Red Bull. Ano ba yan?
It's a 14-point lead. And clearly, Coach Yengia wants to run Purefoods to the ground. Si Kirby Raimundo, sabi nga ni Patricia kanina, might not be able to play too many minutes more here in the first half.
Old injury daw yan. Ito si James Yap, libre. And the offensive board by Eugene Tejada. Ito si Tejada, meron din iniinda ito. Roger Yap, ang lamang kay Topex Robinson. Nice fancy pass to Gamboa.
Oh, yes!
75, pasangawa, pero okay lang yan.
Arnold Gamboa is averaging less than a point a game.
Well, bihira naman siyang gamitin.
Oo.
Pinisi! Galing naman sa labas.
Yun ang masakit. Titirahan ka na ng fast break points, tapos titira pa si Nick Pinisi galing sa labas. You've got an inside-outside attack, and you can't ask anything more from the league's #2 top offensive team, Red Bull.
Roger Yap. Naagawa ni Rich Alvarez yung pasa. Ito na naman si Topex Robinson squeezing through. Yes! Topex Robinson now with 6 points in the game. And it is a 16-point lead by Red Bull here in the second quarter. On a running game, nakakuha pa ng foul si Topex.
Ibang klase ng anticipation ang pinapakita dito ng Red Bull. No? They're covering all bases. At talaga nakikita nila kung saan pupunta o saan nagagaling yung pasa ng Purefoods. So then cutting the passing lanes, they're anticipating the pass, and they're right there. No? They're there to deflect, they're there to steal. At pagkatapos nila nakakuha ng turnover, they're streaking up court to score on layups.
Okay, nagkaroon lang po tayo ng konting partial power failure dito po sa ibaba, doon sa mga nandito sa floor. So nagkaroon po ng officials timeout. So tuloy po tayo with a bonus shot para kay Topex Robinson, and he gives Red Bull the 17-point lead at 40-23. Nako, sumpasa kala ko nakikinito hindi ka pa naman nakatingin.
5 na turnover na Purefoods here in this quarter alone.
Ganun ka tindi yung depensa ang pinakikita. Yung Red Bull, nakita mo naman. Rich Alvarez with a shot block. And the loose ball picked up by Larry Conacher. And the 24-second shot clock buzzer goes off against the Chunky Giants. Nagreklamo si Rich Alvarez. Sabi niya, nasa amin yung bola
Well, hindi sila nakapag-establish ng possession. But anyway, ball will go back to Red Bull.
17-point lead by Red Bull. Cyrus Baguio gets it over to Nick Pinisi. There's a shovel pass to Topex Robinson. Robinson to Baguio. Ito na sa Pinisi. Sumaksak sa loob. Pinangkal ni Roger Yap. And somebody stepped on the baseline. That was Nick Pinisi. 5 minutes and 16 seconds to go here in the second quarter. James Yap may dala ng bola para sa Purefoods against Cyrus Baguio. Richard Yee, top of the key. Here's Roger Yap. Eugene Tejada, sinakasama sa Punaser. Naagaw ang bola. Here comes, nice pass to Punaser from Baguio, pero sobrang lakas. Dahil sa momentum ni Larry Punaser, ay lumakas yung tira.
Well, ang daming pagkakataon ng Red Bull to score in transition. But yung Purefoods also sprinting back quickly on defense to stop those fast break points.
Well, that time they were successful. Pero ito yung depensa naman ng Red Bull. Yan po ang nagiging problema ng Purefoods Chunky Giants. As you look at the shot clock story, wala pa kong shot clock yung Red Bull.
Wala pa ka eh. Pero ang dami nilang steals.
Agaw, oo.
At saka yung there's another turnover.
Traveling on Eugene Tejada. Samantala, Paul Artadi babalik sa laro. Pinalitan si Roger Yap. Maya naman si Ray Evangelista will also come back into the fray. Evangelista had to be pulled out because of 3 personal fouls in the early going. Opex Robinson. Binigay kay Cyrus Baguio. Inside to Robinson once again. Hindi makatira. Dilabas ulit kay Cyrus Baguio. Baguio challenging Tejada. Whoa! Pang-klase. Rich Alvarez. Mahina. And Tejada comes down with a rebound.
And to think, Ed, these 5 on the floor for Red Bull, none of them started in this game.
That's right.
Wala si Rico Villanueva rito. Wala si na Lodi Tugate. Wala si na Junti Valenzuela. Yet this 5, the second unit 5 on the floor, making things happen for Red Bull and opening the 17-point lead.
Yan yung sinasabi ni Coach Ian Giao, even last month. Pero sabi niya, against Purefoods, mas maraming matitig yung player of Purefoods, sabi niya, gano'n. Pero yung mga player ko, sabi niya, pwede magpalit-palitan, ganun pa rin ang laro ng Red Bull.
Uubusin nila.
Yes, dahil nga, handa silang lahat na maglaro. Merong mga problema po dito sa ating power dito sa ating mga monitors. Pero okay lang. Sa laro, walang problema sa power. Parehong takbuhan. So far, at namamayani po ang Red Bull Barako with a 17-point lead here in the second quarter. Mark Pingris working against Nick Pinisi. There's a double team. The cross-court pass, open Paul Artadi. Wala. Rich Alvarez para sa rebound. Here comes Cyrus Baguio. Sinalubong ni James Yap. Twisting shot.
And he'll go to the line. Wala na si Kaloy. Nandiyan naman si Cyrus. Yan ang bagong bagyo dito.
That's right.
Sa ating bayan. If you notice ang Red Bull, very calculated ang kanilang pagka-double team. No? They double off Paul Artadi. They leave him open for the outside shot. They know that he's a low percentage shooter from the outside. Kanya, dumodouble sila sa ilalim and leaving Paul Artadi to take the shot. Then they're there for the defensive rebound.
Larry Punaser! TM Chris! Wala sa pinalakas na TM! Power to the people! Nako po! It is a 20-point lead now by Red Bull. Ang dami nga pong problema nitong Purefoods, ano ha? Sa umpisa pa na ng laro, wala na si Noy Castillo, wala si June Liprot. Pagkatapos, ngayon naman si Kirby Reymundo, may iniinda rin sa kanya pa. Here's James Yap inside. Good shot. Rich Alvarez with the rebound. Forward to Larry Punaser. In the wings with Cyrus Baguio. Ayun si Cyrus Baguio. Baguio's inside the paint. Sets up Rich Alvarez. Alvarez goes out to Salino Cruz.
Now in this offensive, 5 player ng Red Bull nakakahawak na ng bola.
That's right.
And that's key, no? To the way they run their offense. They want different touches, different looks.
Got 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Richard Yee. Dilabas kay Paul Artadi. Here's Ray Evangelista. To James Yap. Out to Ray. Inagawan. Sobrang pasahan. Cyrus Baguio. Back to the basket shot. Wala. Marami na exhibition si Cyrus Baguio ngayon.
Ang dami nasasayang actually na fast break opportunities ng Red Bull.
And Richard Yee runs into the defense once again of Red Bull, that time Selena Cruz. And Cyrus Baguio combining to strip Richard Yee of possession. Peito pa rin ang kalabangan ng Red Bull. Cyrus Baguio. Binigay kay Selena Cruz. Naman si Nari Punasher. And he is stripped of possession likewise. 3-on-2 here. James Yap, his pass deflected by Selena Cruz.
Again, the deflection.
Boy, si Junti Valenzuela, okay naman pala eh. Kanina parang pipili-pili ito. And here's si Junti Valenzuela, tumapik ng bola. Rich Alvarez, nakita si Nari Punasher. Left-handed layup. Oh, first break play na naman ng Red Bull Barako. 22-point lead for Red Bull over Purefoods. Dito po sa closing minute ng second quarter.
Well, take note, what's fueling the fast break attack ng Red Bull is ang kanilang depensa because they're forcing turnovers. It's not being fueled by outlet passes coming from defensive rebounds. So it's their defense that's fueling the offense.
That's correct. Ang dami lang nilang abaw eh. And they've been also forcing turnovers like this one against Purefoods because of that sticky defense.
Only 23 points scored by Purefoods in the half so far. At dito sa ating second quarter, Purefoods has scored only 8 points.
All right, Rich Alvarez, good break. Inabot, pero may foul.
And the number 13 on Bilis is first.
Two shots here for Rich Alvarez. Sangkay Ted Pailon. Mabing gabihin. And ating mga kabayan nila, Region 8, Leyte, Samar, Biliran. Mabing gabihin yung katalan. Happy Mother's Day Gap. Katalan ng mga nanay nila, Region 8. 23.9 seconds ang nalalabi. Dito po sa second quarter. One more for Rich.
Missing 2 free throws.
Yeah.
He's only a 52% free throw shooter. But you see, Alvarez, out of all the players who have moved teams, parang nangangapa pa siya dito, no? Sa sistema ng Red Bull. And he has scored in double figures only once this conference. And that was against his former team, Alaska.
Samantala, James Yap to the outside. Ray Evangelista. May foul yata eh. So baka bigyan ng 2 shots ito. Yes, 2 shots. Will be given Ray Evangelista at ang amigong Orbocanon.
So a chance for Purefoods to score 10 points in this quarter. Depende kung anong gawin ni Ray Evangelista rito. That's 9 points now in the quarter for Purefoods.
Well, they've been given a real tough time by Red Bull. And Ray Evangelista makes both to make it an even 20.